basket news. Maryanne, lovely Maryanne, has the basket this week, and she had a lovely interaction with her delivery of the basket. She actually got, as she was driving into her garage, the basket lady was dropping off her basket. So they had this lovely little interaction, and maybe not 100% COVID friendly, but had a cuppa together.
Well, they might have cuppa outside.
They did. And so they had a cuppa together and had this beautiful interaction. Two people that did not know each other at all, and shared, about their making, and they're having this cuppa and they're pulling out projects that they've worked on and giving each other tips. And anyway, they went off on their merry way, but they both feel like they've found a new friend.
Aww.
And I was like, oh wow. And now the basket's taking on a new adventure because we're not locked down anymore. So it's like we can move around a bit more.
It's time for it to expand its little
set it free.
Duty.
And I'm sort of trying to figure out the basket's new way of connecting people, whether we still just drop it at someone's door or do we have some sort of interaction, because mostly when people do interact, we've had two ladies that have had an interaction drop off, and both of them loved it and have.
Well, three. There's
I know
Marie.
Oh yes, there was three. Yes, so they've all loved their interaction when they've dropped off. These people didn't know each other at all, and just the simple act of dropping that basket off and being sprung in the act has created this whole conversation between each other. And because they have that common thing, these conversations just flow very freely. So I'm wondering and whether we now have that the basket can be exchanged, whether it be at a cafe or you knock on the door when you drop it off. I feel like a cafe meetup for a basket exchange would be really lovely.
So then that's going to mean that they need phone numbers of the person?
Not necessarily. It could be done by email between each other. It depends what people feel comfortable with. Let's face it, our community are all, there's no one that I would not be happy to just go, I'm going to meet that person at the cafe and exchange the basket. And then I just imagine that pink basket in a cafe with two people that have not met each other before and being exchanged. I can just imagine what people other people in the cafe are going to go, I wonder what they're doing. So let me know what your thoughts are on that, because I feel like that's its next step, is because the basket is all about connection. It's it's the yarn that ties us all together, but the basket's real job is to connect people. And I feel like now that we have these extra freedoms, we should take advantage of those and imagine, then people can come together in a central point, so the basket can go a bit further each time as well.
I love that idea.
It's
really nice.
Sorry, distraction. So anyway, I'm after input from our Unwind family to see what they would do. Would they be happy to meet up with someone to exchange a basket, or would they only want it to be dropped at their door? And I
100% would meet up.
I 100% would.
I would 100% would meet up with somebody that was dropping the basket to somebody else, and I'd just turn up.
I love that it might, because some people are also a little bit weary about going out for that first time as well. Like some people are dying to get out and remingle, but some might need a little nudge because it's the COVID restrictions have affected people differently. So sometimes that might be just that little push that someone needs to go out and have that first connection. It's also going to help the cafe that you visit as well, and obviously, we can promote that cafe.
There's a safety knowing that you're going out to meet somebody that
at a safe space,
safe space that is into the same thing as you.
And
like that, you can chat with them and enjoy.
And you can have that one connection, and that's it. You're done. But you never know. Lifelong friendships come this way. We've seen it all the time at Unwind, where people meet up here, never met that person before, and start chatting over some yarn thing, and all of a sudden they've got a whole new friend. And that's what it's all about. It's all about connection and community. So if you would if you would do that or you wouldn't do that, can you please comment so we know sort of roughly what the gauge is? But I feel like that's its way forward. And if someone didn't want to do that meetup, they could just say, I want it dropped at my door.
Yeah. I think that's such a great idea,
though. It gives them the option to go either way.
Also, is it going to go fortnightly now that the distance is getting further?
Yeah, I think we're going to go fortnightly. It's a lot to manage because we're trying to get a better system in place of getting a newsletter out about the basket and how it's connected to people and their little story. And there's a lot of work in getting all that onto social media and into a newsletter and then finding the next basket person, and it is a lot of work. It's more than I anticipated. So it does take a lot of my time, but the thing is I get to read these beautiful emails and I send the really good ones to Kate, and she starts crying.
Somebody sent the most beautiful one the other day.
Can we pull that up?
You
know, I'll get stories of people that are going through a really hard time and just need a little bit of a hug from a community that they don't normally, you know, they might be on their own.
I'll hug everyone.
Yeah, it's just, it
it
does feel like there's a lot
one.
of joy. Oh, look, I've had so many, I don't even actually send them all to you. Oh, where is it?
Look, Patricia's in. She wants to meet with someone with common interests.
Lovely.
1 week at the door, 1 week at a cafe. Gives options to change it up if you want.
Where can I find it, Kate? Was it a photo?
Yeah, you sent me a photo in messengers.
There. There it is.
Oh, you're going to make me cry again.
That's not it.
Oh, flick it to the next one.
I reckon it could be that one. Yes.
This tea cozy.
Read it. So, lovely person. Good afternoon, ladies. I've enjoyed following the basket at your door and have really enjoyed the Friday night drinks. It has been a bright spot in my week. I'm a keen crafter, knitting, crocheting, sewing, quilting and lots more. I have a difficult few months as my husband of 47 years passed away very suddenly in June, and my wool crafts have kept me going and brings me some joy during a bleak time. I would love to take part in the basket at your door. I'm looking forward to lockdown being over so I can come and visit you. And there's people like this all around the place that have gone through something really difficult, and their world's been, you know, it's just not working for them at the moment. They need that little bit of extra something in their lives. And yeah, there's lots of stories, and we've all been through times like that in our lives. So it's about that reaching out to another person, and this just makes it feel a little bit more, you know, like we're having that connection. So I think we'll just give people the option to say drop at the door, or I'm happy to meet up.
And then if you want to meet up, you will have the email or phone number. Look, you'll have the email or phone number of the person that you're going to be meeting up with, and you can arrange it that way. So we'll figure out the best system. These things take a little bit of ironing out. We do one and we figure out, well, we could have done that differently, but the only way we know is by doing it, and you know, we'll have the best laid plan, but it might need tweaking. So but all I can imagine is people meeting up with this pink basket in cafes and having that little conversation. I feel like I want to go.